Volkswagen's Amarok pickup makes a much more powerful impression in this much improved first generation form. The installation of a 3-litre V6 TDI diesel across the range transforms performance and slightly improves efficiency. Plus there are sharper looks and a much smarter cabin, along with one of the most versatile loading bays in the segment. In short, this is a capable, classy contender, offering a premium option for pickup people.
This Volkswagen used to have one of the smallest engines in its class. Now it has one of the very largest, a 3-litre V6 diesel, which is available in 3 states of tune, 163, 204 or 224 PS. In the case of the 2 Pokia variants, that's significantly more power than you'll find on other mainstream models in the pickup segment, and as you'd expect, it makes overtaking considerably easier than it would normally be in a vehicle of this type, especially in the top 224 PS version that we're trying here, which gets an overboost feature that activates when the accelerator pedal goes past 70% of its travel, and which will give you an extra 18 PS to play with. With 550 newton-meters of pulling power, it makes 62 miles an hour in just 8 seconds on the way to 119 mph. Both the 2 Pokia versions of the V6 manage 36.2 mpg on the combined cycle and around 203 grams per kilometre of CO2. As before, 2 kinds of 4-motion 4-wheel drive system are being offered. There's a selectable setup that works with a manual gearbox on the base 163 PS version, while a permanent 4x4 system works with an 8-speed automatic gearbox on top 224 PS models. Buyers of mid-range 204 PS variants get the choice of both transmissions and both 4x4 setups. For off-piste use, all models get an off-road button that modifies the way the ABS and stability control systems work, holds lower gears and dulls the throttle response. Pressing this button also activates hill descent control, which is there to ease you down slippery slopes. On tarmac, refinement and ride quality are a cut above the class standard, as is handling. Now, that's providing you've got a bit of weight in the back. If you haven't, as with all pickups, you need to watch your step a little more, particularly if the roads are greasy. A more sophisticated pickup should offer more sophisticated looks, as this one does. There are certainly rivals that make more of a street-side statement, but many buyers in this Amarok's target market will feel that a decent compromise between style and sensibility has been achieved here. The dimensions are exactly the same as they were before, so this VW remains a substantial thing, 5.25 metres long and 2.23 metres wide. This time around, it's only offered in this double cab body style. Nearly all the key cosmetic improvements can be found here at the front, where revised headlamps and more interesting upper and lower grille sections make a big difference to this vehicle's rear view mirror overtaking presence. You'll find much more of a step forward's been made, though, when you climb up inside. Through the classier 3-spoke leather-stitched wheel, you view a restyled instrument binnacle featuring chrome dial rings on plusher models. Shift your gaze across the dash and you'll find smarter square air vents replacing the previous round ones, with those at the top of the centre stack surrounding a freshly added infotainment touchscreen. Ah yes, the touchscreen. Well, it's a cabin focal point, and providing you avoid entry-level trim, the monitor will be 6.33 inches in size, with buyers offered a choice of either a standard composition media setup or the optional, more sophisticated Discover media system we're trying here. What else? Well, finding the right driving position is fairly straightforward, and all-round visibility is good, aided, of course, by the high-set driving position. So let's move into the rear. Now, the seat base here is higher off the ground than it is in some rival models, which does make things significantly more comfortable. This seat back can be folded forward to reveal an area where the jack and tools are stored. That's a good place to put small, valuable items out of sight. Now, if the rear bench isn't in use and you need more storage room, there's also the option to fold up part or all of the seat cushion base and lash it in position, thereby creating floor space for the transport of bulky items that you might not want to leave exposed and insecure in the loading bay. Time for a few practicalities. Drop down this sturdy lockable tailgate, and the headline news is the impressive 2.52 cubic metre load volume, and that is enough to carry a Euro pallet sideways. And that's something that's not possible in any other rival pickup. Now that might encourage you to carry heavier loads, so it's important that the total payload capacity comfortably exceeds the 1 tonne mark, regardless of whether you opt for selectable or permanent four-wheel drive. There's a rear axle load limit of 1,860 kilos, a maximum gross vehicle weight of 3,290 kilos and a 3.1 tonne towing capacity. And in summary, well, relatively limited global production means that this Volkswagen isn't going to threaten its Oriental rivals' market dominance just yet. But in terms of product excellence, it should certainly give them plenty to think about. At last, we Europeans have given the Far East something it can learn from.